Hey, it's Monday, May 9th, 2016, and I'm 10 months on T, which is pretty exciting. Um, but before I get to the changes on T, I would like to talk about something that really fucking pissed me off today. I'm not even going to get into all the details because it's just going to make me angry and I don't even want to think about it. But basically, I was told by someone that another person who I kind of trusted, basically, this person that I trusted, we'll call them Julie. I trusted Julie because she's always been there for me when, she's always supported my transition. She thinks, it's, interesting and fascinating and brave. She's been supportive of my assault and told me that something similar happened to her. She was there for me when I dissociated, and, I don't consider her, a close friend, but she was someone that, I could count on, when I kind of needed her at school. And so I was told by a person today that apparently this Julie has been saying a bunch of shit behind my back. She said that I'm not transgender because of a video I made when I was in drag talking about how I was confused about whether or not I was gender fluid or not. I'm not an alcoholic because apparently if you go out and get drunk a couple nights, that doesn't make you an alcoholic. And that I don't actually dissociate and that I use these things to lean on because apparently I can't deal with problems. So when I heard this, I was my mouth was just open and I was shocked. This happened it's whatever. It's 11:25. I left this bar at 7:30. So this happened a couple hours ago. But to have someone invalidate who I am as a person on so many levels is disgusting to me. And it makes me very upset. Let's start with the I'm not transgender. Number one, don't fucking question my gender identity. Who the fuck are you? You're not me, so you don't get to make decisions about whether or not I'm trans or not. I get to make that decision. I choose how I identify myself. Do not get it twisted that because I made a video about how I was confused on what fucking label I get, that I am not transgender. Bitch, my body don't fit my mind. That's being transgender, okay? So don't. I don't know which one is funnier next. Either the I don't dissociate or that I'm not an alcoholic. We'll go with the I don't dissociate. This girl has dissociative, she doesn't have DID, she doesn't have dissociative identity disorder, but she has a disorder in which she dissociates. And one day at school, I was dissociating because I was triggered by a conversation that was happening at school and I couldn't go to my next class because I was so out of it. And I ran into her in the elevator and she was like, are you okay? She was holding my face and making sure that I was okay. And I was basically unresponsive and she was really supportive and texted me and was you're okay. Just remember that you're real. All this shit, supportive stuff. And then apparently she's saying that my dissociation isn't real. I'm assuming because mine doesn't look like hers. I've dissociated more times since my assault happened than I can even count. I have been told by therapists and psychologists that I have in fact been dissociating. When you're convinced that you're not a real person and you literally physically don't understand what your hands or tears are, that's dissociating. I don't know what the fuck hers looks like. I don't know what happens, but when that happens to me, I'm dissociating. When I can no longer communicate or form words, dissociating. But I think the one that really confuses me, they all confuse me, but the one that takes a lot of balls to say is that I'm not an alcoholic. Saying that apparently I've gone out and partied a couple times and I don't get the label of alcoholic. First of all, we've never partied together, so you have no idea, like, I don't even know how you're making that statement that, like, I went out and partied a couple times. But number two, you have no idea. You have no fucking clue what the hell you're talking about. Do not diminish the pain and the struggle that I have with my alcoholism to you saying that I've gone out a couple of times and gotten drunk and that classifies me as an alcoholic. That is not a label that I carry lightly. I don't even like that label. That's a big fucking word to use, and it has a lot of weight in my life because my mother was an alcoholic. So to invalidate my experience is, again, disgusting to me. It's gross. But it's like, nobody at school understands the depth of my alcoholism. My dad doesn't even fully get it. I know it. My sponsor knows it. People in AA know it. Like, I am an alcoholic. I abused alcohol. The end. Like, there is nothing more. I am not, yes, I know people that party fucking hard. Like, there are people that will go to parties and just drink and drink and drink and do drugs and do all that shit. That's cool. That's fine, because those people can probably stop. They can maybe do it on the weekends or a couple nights a week, and that's good for them. Me, I became dependent on that. That's what I had to do to cope. That's what I had to do to get through the days, is I would drink on a daily basis for like 7 months. And that doesn't even include the alcoholic behavior that I displayed before then. So to just say that I'm not an alcoholic among the other things is, I don't know, it's like cocky to make a statement like that. Like, who, you don't know my life. You don't know anything about me besides the fact that I was sexually assaulted, that I'm transgender, that I identify as an alcoholic, and that I'm an actor in school with you. That's it. Beyond that, you know nothing about my life or my experience. It was just really frustrating to hear that someone said that I like kind of trusted. And then it turned into a whole nother debacle that, again, I'm not even going to get into because it doesn't matter, and I'm still trying to process the other things that were said. But I just kind of wanted to make a video about the fact that people have the audacity to question who I am. Unless, like, you don't know me. There are no people at that school that I can actually say know me and, like, know my story. There is not one person at that school out of 40 people that I have trusted enough to, like, fully open up to. So it's just funny that someone would say all of that shit behind my back and then in front of me act like they are so understanding and give me kisses and hugs. It's just like, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. And I have to go to the school for another 1.5 years. So the bottom line is, I'm annoyed, I'm upset, I'm confused, and I'm hurt. And it sucks that this person had to say that, because I thought that I could count on this person, and I can't. Obviously.